All right, what's going on, guys? Try back again. That was a good one. Here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another Walking Dead video for today, leading up to the second episode for The Walking Dead Season 10. In this one, we're going to give our thoughts on the supposed theory, could Alpha kill Michonne? And spoiler warning, as per usual, if you are not cut out for the Walking Dead television series, which is up to the season premiere for The Walking Dead Season 10. Yeah, that's it, season premiere. So this one, link will be in the description to express.co.uk, showbiz, where they go through this whole thing. Okay, so we'll go through it. The Walking Dead Season 10 spoilers, Michonne killed in deadly Alpha twist? What? This is what they have posted with a question mark. So that's their clickbaity title, right? So the Walking Dead fans are pleased to have the show back, but it seems the clock is ticking for Michonne, who will be leaving the AMC show. But will it be at the hands of Alpha as the villain seeks revenge? Well, what did she seek revenge for? I don't know. Anyway, whoever wrote this, I don't know. But she just cut a whole bunch of people's heads off and left them on pikes for everyone to see. But we should get into it because we don't know how many episodes Michonne is going to be in this season. I'm thinking it'll probably be first half. I don't think Michonne will be in the second half of the show. I was reading some articles which were pretty cool, which said that they threw her like a fireworks type of party. I think it was around the 4th of July. And Norman Reedus and the others, surprised her with a whole bunch of fireworks and nice stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Like your last day in the job, somebody gives you fireworks, right? That's good. So I think based on that timing, that'd be around the first half. So by the time this first half is over, Michonne might be gone. But I'm not sure. Not spoilers. I'm not privy to any spoilers. So, she might be gone in terms she may have left, or she might be killed off. Now, of course, Rick got to leave in kind of the helicopter type of way, which was brilliantly done because Morales called him Helicopter Boy in like the first season, which is so cool. So that just worked out too perfectly. Of course, when they did the original episode, at the beginning he calls him Helicopter Boy. I'm positive they had, back then they had no idea they were going to do anything like this. So it's pretty cool the way they kind of reverse sync that up. It's kind of neat in the television series. But not everybody can leave in a helicopter, right? I mean, with Michonne, she's got her kids at home in Alexandria. There's some different theories about how she could leave. The prominent leading ones are probably either she finds out from Gabriel that Jadis was trading people or giving people to this helicopter group, and they haven't seen Jadis, right, all this time. She never came back and never returned. So maybe at some point here, Gabriel tells her about that, and then she decides she has to go, and she has to find Rick or find out where he might be, and then she can leave and kind of survive. But they have also kind of confirmed for Denai Guerrera that we are not expect to seeing her ever return in the Walking Dead TV series again, based on what we've kind of been told. Now, for Andrew Lincoln, they actually he said categorically, this is the word he used, he will not be returning to the Walking Dead television series ever again. So he'll be in the movies. He'll be, they're going to do that thing with him, at least one movie, and we'll see if there's more than that. Hopefully there is. But he's categorically not ever going to be coming back to the television series again to do like a full, as probably like a full living character. Maybe at some point he might do a hallucination or something like that. You can never rule that out. But as far as like, being like a season regular, that will never happen again so far as what he said categorically. So with Michonne, is Michonne going to have the same fate? Will she survive and somehow leave and go off to try to find Rick or something like that? That's what I would like to see personally. I think that would be really cool. If she was able to survive and leave the series, and we saw her eventually in the Walking Dead movies, I think that would just be really great if she ended up finding Rick in the second one, or maybe at the end of the first one, or something like this, and they get to be kind of reunited. But obviously it has to also fit the story, which is a bit tricky. They have to kind of make it work to where they keep the television series separate and the movies separate, and maybe they could have some crossover, but it has to be just temporary, because you can never have Rick and Michonne move back into Alexandria permanently and have them kind of live there with Judith and RJ, which makes sense that they would. So you have to kind of do some kind of creative backflips here to get the whole situation and scenario to work out. So it's definitely kind of a puzzler. If she leaves as well, too, it puts someone else. The other thing that's difficult about it, too, is that it's kind of natural for us, for the father, sometimes to go off and, go work and do things like this naturally. But for the mother, usually the mother stays with the kids. So for Judith and for RJ, creatively, it would take a lot for her to leave them and leave them behind. Now, it might be too dangerous out there in the world, so she leaves them in Alexandria or something. But it'd be difficult for any mother to leave their children behind. Very, very difficult. It's very rare. There's some cases in real life where it does happen, but it goes against the nurturing instincts, I'd say, that women have more than men. Men can have them too, and you can get some very nurturing men, so same thing can be said about men, but for women, it's naturally stronger, I would say, right? We all that's kind of normal, for most anyway. I mean, there's exceptions, but most of it is. So it's going to take a lot. It would take a lot for her to leave, and it would be difficult for her to come back if at some point she does. They haven't confirmed that she'll never return, but that's kind of what we get the idea when they talk about her last day, and they kind of refer to it like this. But I guess we can't rule out the possibility that eventually she could return to the TV series if she survives. The other possibility, which is what they're bringing up here, what if she actually is killed off, though? Instead of her leaving like Rick did, what if she's actually killed by the Whisperers in some scene here in this season, the first half? Personally, I don't like the idea. I would not like to see Alpha or anybody else kill Michonne. They can't always give us everything we want. They can't always have everybody survive and, Rick survive and everything else and Michonne survive. So maybe because Rick survived, for Michonne, it won't be the same. It would be a bit predictable if she was to leave in a similar fashion that Rick did and kind of survive out the season. So I'm not privy to either way, whichever way it goes. I don't have any inside information, spoiler information, nothing like that for this season. I really don't know if Michonne is going to survive this one or not. I guess I wouldn't be too surprised if Alpha did kill Michonne, but I think one-on-one, Michonne could take Alpha if she has her sword. Like if Alpha has maybe her machete or a sword, and Michonne has her katana, one-on-one, I would go with Michonne. Like if Michonne challenges Alpha or something like that, that's what I would say. I kind of like the theory that maybe she challenges her, she kills Alpha, and then she has to leave, and she can't go back to Alexandria because the Whisperers will be looking for her. And maybe she has to kind of leave to protect the others. She has to go or something. I'm not sure because the Whisperers are going to come looking for her or something like this. So we'll see how they kind of work this whole thing out. Those are some different ideas for ways they could go. My favorite one would be that she leaves to go find Rick, or maybe she kills Alpha and then she leaves. I wouldn't like to see Michonne killed off in the Walking Dead TV series, but I also recognize not everybody can leave in a helicopter. So I'm going with a lean of probably about 60%, 60-40, 60% chance for me that she's going to leave and she'll survive and we'll see her in the movies, 40% chance that she's killed off. So I'll be a little bit surprised, not crazy surprised, but a little bit surprised if the Whisperers did kill Michonne or something like that happened to her. She just got, cornered and eaten by a whole bunch of zombies or she sacrifices herself to save, let's say, RJ and to save Judith or something like this. That'd be brutal and it would suck, but, like I said, not everybody can survive. Tiffany Vallejo says, I've been a subscriber for a while, however, I'm getting annoyed with the extended all right thing. I know how it works, though. If you don't like it, then don't watch. I am trying to hang in there. Well, too bad, Vallejo. I'm going to keep doing the all rights, and they're going to get even longer, okay? Just because, I don't know. That's okay. I apologize for the all rights, guys. I hope they're not getting too long and too annoying. I recognize some people don't like it. I don't give a shit. I just do whatever the hell I want to do anyway. Because otherwise, what's the point? Yeah, let's see. There was a cool one from Ross Marquand, and the link will be in the description to that one below as well, too, for you guys, kind of for a dead update. And he did talk about kind of his look being similar to Rick from the comic, and he claims, this is what he's saying, basically, is that it was unintentional. And this one is strange to me because he looks exactly freaking like him. I mean, it's crazy. He looks, Aaron in the TV series now looks exactly like Rick from the comics. He's got the beard, he's got the short hair, he's even missing the hand. And he claims here that it was just, he likes having a beard, and he said that he had to shave it when he took the role for Aaron, and he had one to start with. And then he asked her if it was okay if he grew the beard back because he wanted to, just because he likes it. It sounds like he thinks it looks better with it. So he did. And then I don't know if they purposefully made him lose the hand on purpose, thinking for that later, But based on what he said, it sounds like no, it's just a total coincidence. So he said, quote, no, I can assure people it's funny. When I met showrunner Angela Kang last year for a meeting, I asked her if it was cool with me growing a big old bushy beard because I prefer having a beard, and I had a beard when I got the role, so when I got the part for Aaron. He told comicbook.com, when I first got on the show, I had a beard, and they were like, yeah, that's got to go. And I was bummed because I like the look and feel with a beard. So I was just asking more of this would be better for my skin to not have to shave every day, but also I think at a certain point we'd all be looking pretty haggard and like we should look kind of terrible, and I was saying that I want him to physically look bad after losing Eric, and looks like that backfired because I think the beard looks sweet and I like the look, and he's even going to have like the mace hand thing too, which is pretty sweet, coming up soon. So it's kind of awesome. I mean, that's not easy. If you're going to do if he's going to kind of fill the role of the comic Rick, it's not easy to fill Andrew Lincoln's shoes. I mean, Andrew Lincoln's a very good-looking man, but Ross is doing a good job. He's a good-looking man too. He's got the sweet beard. I'm jealous of the beard because I can't grow a beard like that. I can't even, not even close. I just get a few things here, and I don't get full-on bushy beard. So I think it's awesome, and I liked in the premiere how they had him kind of come across as like he's tired of being I'm tired of being the nice guy, or it's a heel turn for Aaron, sort of, at least maybe half anti-hero turn for Aaron, which is going to be fun. So I'm excited to see the hand, and I'm excited to see what they do with him in the future. I think that there's a lot of potential there, and that could be great because he's a season 5. You got to remember that, right? You're thinking back, it's like, yeah, he's been there a long time. Season 10, he started season 5, so he's one of the oldest survivors we have. And so, man, that's really cool. And it's just if what he's saying is true, and I believe he doesn't seem like he's not a Freemason though. So he seems like he's telling the truth. And so that's kind of cool. I guess it's just sometimes things just work out that way. I just wonder if Angela Kang was like, oh yeah, he's starting to look like, cut his hand off. He's starting to look like Rick. So maybe not. Maybe it was just like, they wrote it in, it was a thing, and all of a sudden he just happens to look exactly like frickin' Rick from the comics. Giuseppe DeRosa says, personally, a Whisper-only episode doesn't bother me. So that's going to be for episode 2, which looks pretty good. A Whisper Origin episode. I think they released the first few minutes of it too, so that's online too if you want to watch that, and in the Walking Dead channel. Jack Goldberg said, keep in mind their lowest ratings, the ratings that The Walking Dead is getting are still ratings that most shows would kill for. I'm convinced those that are still watching are us diehard fans. Casuals have fallen away, and that's probably true. Yeah, they have. And that's true that people, most other shows would kill to get 4 or 5 million views every episode. Especially nowadays, with Netflix and streaming and all the other media out there, they would love to get it. Ski 3 Hub says, it just feels desperate. Last season, look, there's snow. This season, look, there's fire. Please don't stop watching. So I never noticed that they did snow and then they did fire this year. I guess Fear the Walking Dead already did rain and like a hurricane or a tornado type of thing. So I guess, I don't know. It's funny the way some of the shows have similarities. Like Fear the Walking Dead does kind of those things with hurricane and that and the rainfall and all that. And then they've got the fire and the wintertime. And then Fear the Walking Dead did the nuclear plant meltdown, and now they're doing like a satellite crash. So, people got to get their ideas from somewhere. I guess we could say in a way, maybe Fear the Walking Dead has actually impacted the original Walking Dead, at least a little bit, right? So, Savage Rictator says, prepare for a musical episode featuring Beta as the rock star. Heavy metal-inspired songs from the band Slipknot. I would like to see that. I think he could pull it off. That could be fun. You have to call Corey Taylor to see if he wants to do it. That'd be cool if they did some kind of fan, crossover thing where he Slipknot whispers and Slipknot. That would work too well, right? Dr. Death will be the last one who says, I'm excited as Greg Nicotero directed this one too. He just gets better and better. He said on The Walking Dead, they are going for a vibe of earlier seasons with this second episode. I want more Beta, so this will be fun. To see just how they meet, bond, and birth the Whisperers. Remember when we all thought Madison was Alpha? And oh yeah, we got to finish that one from Fear. Speaking of Fear, the funny thing about it is it was a fan theory of the crossover idea for Madison and Nick being Whisperers. And I guess you could throw Alicia in there too if you want to. But you'd have to have her survive. She'd be like the Lydia of the situation, right? But it's kind of funny because I actually think that would have been cooler than what they did do. Like, I think, like, not that Samantha Morton isn't amazing as Alpha or anything like that. She is. But I almost think it would have been even better if they could have done Nick and her be, Nick and Madison. Maybe Madison at some point meets a huge guy like Beta, and then you have them cross over the other way or something. I think that would have been really cool. They ended up doing it the other way around. With Morgan crossing over to Fear, so it worked out all right. But that would have been cool. I would have preferred to see the Fear the Walking Dead group become the Whisperers as like an origin story, a long origin story for the Whisperers, rather than actually what they did do. It would have been even better. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, if you agree with that or if you don't. I think that would have been really cool. Only it would have been difficult to coordinate, because if you have them both going to the same show, you have to it'd be a bit tricky to kind of work that out. Maybe just have Madison carry over, and then you had Nick and Alicia stay, and then Nick dies and Alicia stays or something in Fear. And the rest could mostly be the same. You just have to have Madison go in a different direction, get separated or something, and lose her mind, and then become Alpha or something. So, I don't know. They didn't do it, but, it would have been cool, man. It would have been cool if they could have pulled that off. That'll be it for this video, guys. If you'd like to, please thumb it up below. You can share, you can favorite, and bottom left to subscribe. I'll see you guys back again soon for another video. As always, this is Trev, saying peace later, guys. See you soon.